The man just glanced back at the flight information on the screen, only to be horrified to find that all flights had been cancelled. Only his flight was still scheduled to take off as normal, and with the stewardess's reminder, he learned that the departure time was 9:25. Shockingly, that was the exact same as his birthday, September 25th. This unexpected coincidence made Jack feel uneasy. Later, when he went to the restroom, a song came over the broadcast. The band that performed that album had all died in a plane crash. This string of bizarre events made him feel that something was very wrong. Just as Jack was hesitating about whether to board, he was pushed forward by one of his classmates. He looked out at the stormy night, hoping this battered aircraft could safely take him to his destination. Then Jack found his seat and tried hard to relax. At that moment, two women approached him and asked if they could switch seats. Despite his friend's strong objections, he agreed to their request. But just as he sat down, the tray table in front of him suddenly dropped on its own. Jack casually tried to push it back up, only to discover that the latch was broken. He quickly called for the flight attendant, but the plane was already preparing for takeoff. A wave of unease swept over him, making it impossible to sit still. The plane soon took off successfully, and the passengers erupted in cheers. But just as everyone began to relax, the plane started to shake violently. The cabin lights flickered non-stop, and everyone was plunged into panic. At the same time, oxygen masks dropped from above. As passengers scrambled to put them on, sparks suddenly burst out. In the next second, violent turbulence tore the cabin apart. Passengers near the windows were immediately sucked out. The rest didn't stand a chance either. Flames engulfed the entire cabin in an instant. It turned out everything had just been a dream Jack had. But strangely, the two women really did show up and asked to switch seats. Even the expression on his friend's face as he refused was exactly the same. Jack instantly felt a strong sense of dread. He rushed forward to check, and found that the tray table latch was exactly the same as in his dream. Fear overtook his mind. Jack became emotionally overwhelmed and deliberately caused a commotion with other passengers. As a result, he and several classmates were thrown off the plane by the captain. Watching the plane slowly taxiing down the runway, the group felt extremely frustrated. But as Jack continued describing scenes from his dream, Miles angrily confronted him. Just as they were shouting at each other, a fiery flash lit up the sky. Everyone was stunned, as they rejoiced over having narrowly escaped death. Death had already begun its hunt.